Good morning. I'd like to call to order the August 11, 2025 regular meeting of the Mobile County Commission. Please stand for our invocation from Archbishop Thomas J. Rhodey and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you.
Let us pray. Oh, dear God, we turn to you as we begin this day. We thank you that you've given us this day to live. We thank you for your many blessings, those which we recognize as such and those that we have not recognized yet are truly your loving hand in our lives. We ask a blessing upon our nation, upon our state, upon Mobile County, and upon our commissioners, Commissioners Ludgood and Dewitt and Hudson. May your wisdom truly animate them, guide them in all things as they serve us and make our community even better. We turn to you and we offer our prayer, for you live and reign forever and ever. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our Archbishop, don't sit down. Come around and we would like to commemorate the Archbishop on his retirement.
We got it. Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Archbishop, we are so pleased to have you here today to recognize your service to our community. What a blessing it's been for the last 17 years for your service in our community in guiding and leading the Archdiocese. And we could not let you retire and go wherever it is you plan to go next without taking this opportunity to let you know how much you mean to all of us and will always mean, and Mobile will always be your home. I don't know if the plans are to stay or if you're good. That's great news. But anyway, we want to recognize your service with a resolution this morning and recognizing your retirement. And so the resolution reads, whereas we, the Mobile County Commission, recognize Archbishop Thomas J. Rhodey's 17 years of distinguished leadership as Archbishop of Mobile, guiding the Archdiocese 28 counties in Alabama with wisdom, compassion, and steadfast faith. And whereas a native of New Orleans, Archbishop Rhodey earned degrees from Georgetown University, Tulane University Law School, and Notre Dame Seminary. He was ordained to the priesthood in May of 1978. He served in parish ministry as a canon lawyer and senior administrative roles for the Archdiocese of New Orleans before becoming Bishop of Biloxi in 2001. And whereas he was installed as Archbishop of Mobile in 2008, he strengthened Catholic education, expanded ministries for the poor, supported disaster recovery efforts along the Gulf Coast, fostered unity among diverse communities, and encouraged interfaith cooperation. And whereas his leadership included the restoration of the Cathedral Basilica of the Immaculate Conception and preservation of historic church properties, the expansion of Catholic social services, construction of the new Catholic schools and churches to meet changing population needs, pastoral outreach to parishes across South Alabama, serving as a strong champion of vocations to the priesthood and religious life, and remaining a stalwart advocate for sound stewardship of resources. And whereas known for his approachable manner, thoughtful homilies, and commitment to serving others, Archbishop Rhodey has been a visible presence in Mobile County, from blessing shrimp boats in Biola Battery to celebrating Mass with school children across the Archdiocese, leaving an enduring spiritual and civic legacy and upholding the Catholic Church's historic presence in South Alabama. Now, therefore, let it be resolved, the Mobile County Commission applauds Archbishop Thomas J. Rhodey for his years of dedicated service to the Archdiocese of Mobile. Furthermore, we extend our congratulations and best wishes to him upon his retirement. We thank you, Archbishop Rhodey, and this was signed by all three county commissioners and our county administrator, Eddie Kirk.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you'd like to say
I want to say I'm honored and I'm so grateful. Thank you so very much. When I was a little kid, my uncle, whom I loved, lived here in Mobile. And he loved Alabama. He loved Mobile, and he instilled that love in me. And when I, 17 years ago, was assigned to serve as Archbishop here, I felt very fortunate because I loved this place. But as soon as I got here, I grew in love for the people who live in this place. And so this means very much to me. I think my uncle would be very pleased that I've been recognized by you all, and I'm certainly honored. And I thank you all for your service. You are such a blessing to us. And as I was walking over here today, I said, I think I'm going to share this very brief story because I know you have so much to do. It comes from the Bible about King David. And King David, there was a rebellion against him led by his own son, Absalom. Absalom raises an army and heads for Jerusalem. David didn't expect this. And when he hears about the army coming, he knows he has to flee and go raise his own army. And so he and his bodyguards leave the city. And as they do, there's a man named Shimei who hates David. And as King David, in that dark moment of his life, is fleeing because this rebellion led by his own son, Shimei, as David flees the city, is cursing him, throwing dirt at him, throwing rocks at him, until finally one of David's bodyguards said, please let me go and cut his head off. And King David says, no, forget him. We have a task to do. Ignore him. Let's not let him distract us. You all in public service, you might encounter Shimei in your own life, who maybe doesn't like you, maybe throws dirt at you, throws rocks at you. And I pray that you not be distracted by that. You have a task that the people have entrusted to you to serve us, and you do that so well. And please know, we don't hear thank you enough. Thank you for your service, and don't let the Shimeis distract you. God bless you all. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do we have any speakers?
Yes, ma'am. We have two people signed up to speak this morning on the same topic. Number 43, Theodore Highlands subdivision proposal. The first is Mr. James D. Oldson. Both speakers have been apprised of the 5-minute time limit, and they've been asked to state their name and address for the record.
Thank you.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm James David Olson. I live at 6845 Browder Drive. I own the lot immediately adjacent to me, which is right then on the end of Theodore Highlands 10th edition completion. So regarding this development, I'll make this as quick as I can. That area back in that region has been a nuisance property for years. I've lived there for 25 years. And I'm pro-business, I'm pro-development. However, before we go and move forward on this, I think it's very important that we complete a full-blown hydraulic study. Take a good close look at traffic because there's a lot of animals, a lot of children on that road Browder, which is currently no outlet drive. You're adding 2425 on the first phase off the end of David Road, and then they want to join off of Westfield Road to come down the back side. Currently, that's where a lot of the trouble comes down. They go back in those woods, they do drugs, they drink, they shoot guns, and it's quiet now. They finished that last house, and they fenced it, and we haven't had the traffic, we haven't had the trouble. They pull up on my lot normally, turn around, four-wheelers after Theodore High School games. I can accept that. They're kids, but they normally listen when you talk to them. But JP Home wanted to be a good neighbor. They haven't been such a good neighbor since they started developing the last three houses in the 10th edition. You can go back and take a good close look at the BMPs that were issued. He started construction across from my property with no silt skirting. There was no wattles in that bottom end road culvert section, which, by the way, feeds the Fowl River tributary, and it's marked. The water backed up so high it was past the end of my driveway. My wife right here could not get out of the driveway because the water was 2.5 feet deep. The 93-year-old gentleman, Mr. Gunner, across the street, same situation. The water was up into his yard. It shouldn't be that way. But with the traffic coming in and out and the mud piling up, you know, we've worked a deal with, in fact, I was the one that brokered the deal. I reached out to Mr. Neil Howard, and he's deputy director of the Public Works. He got with the developer because that drainage actually cuts through private property. And they've just been gracious because they wanted to keep the road from being damaged and sinking. And it will sink if these dump trucks and concrete trucks all come down for this development down to the end of Browder. It will cave in eventually. So they have done a temporary fix. They got the drainage going out behind the gentleman's new house, $500,000 house he just built, who, by the way, wasn't even informed or given a letter of this meeting here today. He's surprised that this is going on back there and he wasn't notified. So I'd like to see a major environmental impact study with the drainage going out towards the Fowl River tributary, because on these drawings, my last two lots, there was a 25-foot drainage easement directly behind my property now. And I have no confidence in the drainage now at the end of Browder Drive. And the traffic, you're going to put all these people out on Browder Drive, and where do they come out? Nan Gray Davis Road. You've got a middle school, a high school, you've got Baptist Lighthouse Church, and you have the Baptist Lighthouse Daycare Center right around the corner. And now you're going to funnel all that property, all those people right there to the end of Browder. And it's treacherous. And you could have seen it this morning. There's no police coverage down there. And so we haven't had any police coverage down there since the county on their four-wheel division controlled it. And that property is known as Adam 25 back in there. And we've tried to cut down the number of entrances to try to control it. There's been fires, there's been fights, there's been all kinds of things going on back there. Stolen vehicles. And then since Mobile City has taken it over there, we don't have the coverage anymore. They're too spread out. Take some time to respond. So those are the key things. You know, besides the dirt and the noise, and it piles up, it is awful. The dust, the noise, the mud. You can drive down there. I don't know if anybody's gone there or seen it. We're just now starting to get some of the mud off the road. So I'm out on Westfield connecting to that property. That's going to make it even worse. So those are my concerns for the council today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Tim, who's a developer?
I'm sorry?
I'm talking to our subdivision guy here, Tim. I was asking him who the developer is.
Good morning, Commissioners. The applicant is Pablo Matul as the managing member of the development.
I can't hear you. Can you?
The developer's name is Pablo Matul. He is the managing member of the developing company.
What's the name
He
of
is
the
the
company?
owner. I don't have that information in front of me.
It's, looking at the agenda item, it's 24 lots.
Yes, sir.
Did that trigger with the existing residents and Browder subdivision over there? Did that trigger any kind of traffic study for the area? Or has there been a traffic study done on previous?
Brad. Okay. I'm gonna defer to Brad Whitman for that question.
Did you say you had one more speaker on the same topic?
I want.
Okay, I'm sorry. My mind just, give me 2 seconds, or 5 minutes actually, whatever. Let's hear from the other.
We have another speaker.
We have another speaker on the same topic before I ask any more questions about it.
Our second speaker on this topic is Miss Brandy McLaughlin.
Randy McLaughlin, my address is 6775 Browder Drive, and my concerns are the same. The contractor built a lot right next to me, and it's already increased flooding in my yard. My yard floods after a 3-day rain. If we have a major hurricane, my yard holds water for days on end, and I have the same concerns as him. And I bought the house in 2017, and we've already seen extension, like basically the same concerns. And I was wanting to know if, is there going to be any kind of increased lighting? Is there going to be sidewalks? Is there going to be drainage? And then two, about the wildlife, we used to have deer and turtles and rabbits and everything. And from what I was told, it was a retention pond behind the house. So I don't know if that was the reason why that the yards hold water, because I mean, it wasn't suited for building from what I was told. So that was one of the main concerns, is basically flooding and then traffic. And then, because you have Nan Gray Davis Elementary, and then Theodore High School, and then Lighthouse, and then, so you've all heard it before.
So before Brad or Tim answer my questions, if you guys keep up with the county commission, you understand that I echo your concerns. I have been for as long as I've been on the commission, about overdevelopment, about public safety, about infrastructure, and mostly too about the school situation. I have children that go to Baker. I have a child at Baker. He's a senior, and I have a child at Causey. I know this is at Theodore, where I went to school. And I'll just tell you guys the same thing I have to tell everybody else. We are very, very limited. Now, we can, certain size subdivisions, and I don't remember the exact number, I think it's maybe 50, Tim, or something, lots, trigger a mechanism for us to require a traffic study. A lot of these places, like you were talking about, the sheriff's office, a lot of these residents, and I don't know about this one, maybe it's on the Theodore Fire Department, but out further West Mobile have seen a tremendous increase on these developments on volunteer fire departments where, everybody in that area, including myself, depends on Seven Hills Fire Department for your fire protection. And they've probably doubled in the last 10 years the number of houses in the area that's dependent on a volunteer fire department. It puts there's a huge strain on every aspect of what we do. I've looked into what our options are, and to be quite frank, our options are very limited because we have no zoning, we have no home rule, we have no way to control these subdivisions similar to what had happened in Baldwin County. And I'm just like you guys. I'm pro development. I believe in it, but I believe also that you have to do it when you're ready to do it and not before, because then you end up with all the problems that you guys just mentioned, and the same concerns that I have. Trust me, I have the concerns and would love to take more action on it, but there's really not a lot of action that we can do. And I was asking Tim handles our subdivisions, residential and commercial. He's over that department. And I guess my question, Tim, to you and Brad, has there been a traffic study done in the previous sections? It looks like this is like the 11th phase of the subdivision. Has there been any a traffic study done in the past, and could we possibly look into a traffic study before we vote on this, or are we beyond that point?
Good morning, Commissioners. Yes, there has been a traffic study that has been done for this development. We've looked at if there was a need for turn lanes out on Ann Gray Davis, for the access onto Browder Drive, also for down there, I believe Oak Lane Drive is the other access point just south of the thruway stop. We didn't look at anything as far as any kind of additional access or anything like that, just because of the low speed and the amount of volume of traffic that is on here. The only time that you would look at that is for your AM rush. But again, everything that you have for that, having the two different accesses throughout the morning, there wasn't enough to justify trying to look into that any further for what it was.
Thank you. I will tell you guys, there's nothing we can do. I can't vote against the subdivision, and I'll tell you why. Because they have met the requirements that are set forth by the law, and if we vote them down, which I have done before, we get sued and it costs the county money. Plain and simple. I know that's not the answer you guys come down here to hear, but I'm not going to tell you anything that I haven't said numerous times when other concerned residents that live in my district come down here with this or call me, email me. I always call these folks back. I'm not telling you anything other than our hands are pretty much tied when it comes to now we can make sure that like I have done in the past, is to make sure that Tim and his staff stay on top of the development as it goes along and keep, we've issued numerous stop work orders because of issues that like you're talking about with flooding and drainage and runoff from the site. So we'll do our best to keep on top of that. But unfortunately, there's not a whole lot we can do to stop these subdivisions when they meet the requirements that are set forth by law without being sued and obviously losing the lawsuit. Tim?
Yeah, let me add to that. They voiced some drainage concerns. I would be more than happy after the meeting if you want to come up to our office on the 6th floor. We do have a full drainage report. We do have construction plans, grading plans that shows how all of the drainage has been designed, and that full drainage report has been certified by a professional engineer, indicating that no negative impacts to the surrounding development as a result of this proposed development. And I'll be happy to sit down and go through any of those reports and any of those plans with anybody who wants to come.
And it's probably not a bad idea, Mr. Wilson. And what was your last name, ma'am? McLaughlin, to do that. And I'll tell you why. Number one, I'm available anytime. My phone number is readily available. If you guys start experiencing issues, you can call me anytime. But also, if you want to get directly to the source and cut the middleman out, I'm not saying I'm the middleman. I will gladly come out anytime you call. And if you have Tim's contact information, he also will come out if we start to see issues. Thank y'all.
No more speakers.
All right, Mr. Kerr.
Good morning, Commissioners. Ask you to vote on the following. 1, approve a list of claims.
So moved.
Second.
2, adopt resolution approving Mobile County legal holidays for fiscal year 25-26.
So moved.
Second.
3, adopt resolution revising the Mobile County Commission 2026 conference and meeting schedule to accommodate a scheduling conflict of the conference on January 22nd, 2026, with the state of the city and county event as follows.
So moved.
Second.
4, approve appointment of Virginia Davis, a sophomore at Murphy High School, to serve on the Mobile City County Youth Drug Council to represent Mobile County District 1.
So moved.
Second.
5, approve agreement with the University of South Alabama for internship program for students enrolled in the School of Computing and related fields of study.
So moved.
Second.
6, approve memorandum of agreement among Mobile County Sheriff's Office, Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, and the Gulf Coast High Intensity Drug Trafficking Area to designate Alabama Law Enforcement Agency as the fiscal agent for the High Intensity Drug Trafficking Area program until December 31st.
So moved.
Second. Can I interrupt 1 second? Tim, will you write down my cell phone number in case they don't have it also? Thank you.
7, approve memorandum of understanding between Mobile County Sheriff's Office, the United States Marshal Service, to direct and coordinate permanent regional fugitive task forces for the purposes of investigating, locating, and apprehending federal, local, state, tribal, and territorial fugitives.
So moved.
Second.
8, award bid to Person Service Corporation for new parking lot lighting for the 8 Mile Shopping Center in the total amount of $214,751.
So moved.
Second.
9, authorize advertising for bids for 2025-26 detention intercom inspections and maintenance.
So moved.
Second.
10, approve change order number 1 with Vision Security Technologies for project Public Works Camera System Upgrade for Camps 1, 2, 3, and 4. The change order will decrease the contract amount by $21,278.78, and the new contract will be in the total amount of $465,168.90.
So moved.
Second.
11, approve change order number 1 with Acme Roofing and Sheet Metal Company for roof replacements for John Archer Agricultural Center and the 8 Mile Shopping Center. The change order will decrease the contract amount by $50,000, and the new contract will be in the total amount of $441,000.
So moved.
Second.
12, approve appropriation contract with Satsuma City Schools Board of Education in the amount of $3,500 from District 1 Education Funds for its student writing retreat.
So moved.
Second.
13, approve sponsorship agreement with Trinity Gardens Community Civic Club in the amount of $3,500 from District 1 Education Funds for its Share Thanksgiving project on Sunday, November 16th.
So moved.
Second.
14, approve appropriation contract with the Victory Health Partners in the total amount of $4,000 for technology equipment with funds divided as follows.
So moved.
Second.
15, approve appropriation contract with the Board of School Commissioners of Mobile County in the amount of $16,200 from District 3 Education Funds to cover the cost of pea gravel for the playground at Castleton Elementary School.
So moved.
Second.
16, approve appropriation contract with the City of Citronelle in the amount of $5,000 from District 1 Education Funds to assist with the cost of football uniforms at Rosa A. Lott Middle School.
So moved.
Second.
17, approve sponsorship agreement with the Mobile Arts Council and the total amount of $2,500 for its fundraiser, the 13th Annual Throwdown, a live art competition on Thursday, October 2nd, with funds divided as follows.
So moved.
Second. I had a question about 16. Does Citronelle have their own, is Rosa Lott a school in the Mobile County Public School, or do they have their own school system?
No, they have their own. They're part of Mobile County Public School System.
I was just,
Rose Lott used to be it was a high school. Well, actually, it started as a 1st through 12th grade. That's where I started school, actually.
I was
And
just
then it went to
asking why,
middle
I
school
was
and
just
then-
curious why it was going, the appropriation contract was for the city of Citronelle.
The
and
reason it's
I was
going
just
to the
curious.
cities because there's some urgency, and
Okay.
when we send it through,
As
the
we
other-
all know,
yeah,
yes.
there was some urgency.
Thank you,
And the mayor asked us to
Yeah.
do it, so.
thank you. We need to try to figure that out. I don't know who would be in charge of that, but there does seem to be a huge issue with sending money to schools, and it goes to the schools, and I'm not knocking the school system here at all, but when we send money that is really needed for something in an emergency at the school and it has to go through the system, it just seems to take a long time for the school to actually get the funding. Carry on.
And for number 18, Commissioners, we're going to change the fair market value to $11,500 on this item. It will read as follows. Approve request of the County Correction Center, Community Correction Center, excuse me, to purchase one vehicle from the Revenue Commission reappraisal inventory surplus for the fair market value of $11,500 to be paid from Cost Center 17 as follows for the vehicle as follows.
So moved.
Second.
19, award bid to Blade Construction for project Bayfront Park Boardwalk for their low bid and total amount of $1,023,973 and authorize execution of contract documents.
So moved.
Second.
20, approve change order number 2 with Construction Labor Services for project Northwest Satsuma Water and Sewer Project. This change order will decrease the contract amount by $55,666.64, and the final contract will be in the total amount of $3,395,983.36.
So moved.
Second.
21, approve contract amendment number 17 with Moffitt Nickel for project Cedar Point Pier for the Americans with Disabilities Act Pier Access Design Services.
So moved.
Second.
22, award bid to Persons Services Corporation for project extension of effluent force main from Bala Battery Wastewater Treatment Facility for their low bid in the total amount of $2,528,753 and authorize execution of contract documents.
So moved.
Second.
23, approve contract amendment number 5 with Moffitt Nickel for project redevelop Bala Battery City Docks project for construction engineering and inspection services.
So moved.
Second.
24, award bid to Rogers and Willard for Government Plaza Annex renovations to probate judge's office and library for their bid in the total amount of $54,282 to be paid as follows.
So moved.
Second.
25, authorize home agreement with Camellia Square in the amount of up to $1,500,000 of home funds for the construction of a 56-unit senior housing development in conjunction with Alabama Housing Finance Authority low-income housing tax credits, and authorize the commission president to execute all documents.
So moved.
Second.
26, approve realignment of Texas Avenue in Alabama Port to align with the existing conditions and use as these existing conditions have been in place prior to 1984.
So moved.
Second.
27, adopt resolution assenting to the request for vacation by Safety and Quality of a portion of unopened right-of-way at Texas Avenue as shown on map prepared by Rowe Engineering and Surveying dated June 14th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
28, approve professional services engagement with Wilkins Miller to prepare the financial statements, schedules, and notes in an amount not to exceed $35,000 for fiscal year 2025 and authorize the commission president to sign letter of engagement pending legal review.
So moved.
Second.
29, consider taking the following action on bids.
So moved.
Second.
30, approve renewal of software maintenance agreement with Leads Online in the amount of $15,561 for the Power Plus investigation system for the Sheriff's Office.
So moved.
Second.
31, approve renewal of annual termite agreement with Knox Pest Control in the amount of $320 for the Government Plaza Annex building.
So moved.
Second.
32, approve cabling and network agreement with Unity Fiber in the amount of $31,056.19 under the current state of Alabama contract for the county's new fleet maintenance building.
So moved.
Second.
33, approve renewal of 4 firewalls support with Calm Services in the amount of $40,715.15 under the current state of Alabama contract for the county commission.
So moved.
Second.
34, approve amendment number 2 to the existing professional services contract with Hersick and Webster Creative Professionals to add development of Mobile County Park System signage, Bayfront Park specific signs, and Lewis Landing wayfinding and interpretive signage tasks, and to extend the period of contract through December 2026.
So moved.
Second.
35, approve amendment to Mobile County Park System rules and an update to West Mobile County Park field deposit rates.
So moved.
Second.
36, approve contract amendment number 4 with Moffitt Nickel for project Dolphin Island Causeway Shoreline Restoration for additional engineering, design, and inspection services.
So moved.
Second.
Excuse
37
me.
was voted at conference.
Excuse me, there's
I hear
talking
it.
outside that's disrupt. Is there someone who could just step outside? I'm trying to.
Yeah, I think it's coming through the
Didn't
door.
know where it was coming.
You can't hear people when they talk on the mic, but when they talk outside the auditorium, you can hear them. LeBaron.
If they could step away from the door, that would be helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mhm.
That was Tim. We can't hear you at the mic, but we can hear you all the way from the atrium.
Is that
38.
Thanks, Jeff.
30? Okay.
Go ahead. Mhm.
38, approve supplemental agreement number 2 with Gibson Construction Services, project City of Pritchard Streets, Wasson Avenue Bridge replacement for temporary relocation of a light pole and reinstallation after the project is complete, increasing the contract amount by $8,460.
So moved.
I find it hard to believe that it costs $9,000 to relocate a light pole and put it back up. That's just my opinion, just so you know that, Kim. Second.
39, approve non-reimbursable agreement for relocation of utility facilities on public right-of-way with Spire Gulf for relocation of gas line for project Murray Road Grade Drain Base and Pave with no cost to Mobile County for this relocation.
So moved.
Second.
40, approve non-reimbursable agreement for relocation of utility facilities on public right-of-way with Alabama Power Company for project Weaver Road East Grade Drain Base and Pave with no cost to the county for this relocation.
So moved.
Second.
41, approve revised proposed plat only of Sandy Creek Phase 2. This is a private road subdivision, and the roads within the subdivision will not be accepted by Mobile County for maintenance. This proposed plat supersedes the previously submitted plat approved by Mobile County in the July 16th, 2025 minutes, agenda item number 78.
So moved.
Second.
42, approve proposed plat only of Longmire Trail East. This is a private road subdivision, and the roads within the subdivision will not be accepted by Mobile County for maintenance.
So moved.
Second.
43, approve proposed plat only of Theodore Highlands Estates 11th Edition.
So moved.
Second.
44, approve proposed and final plat of Three Notch Kroner subdivision and proposed and final plat of McConnell subdivision and proposed and final plat of DePaul subdivision and proposed and final plat of Camellia Square subdivision.
So moved.
Second.
45, approve right-of-way and/or easement agreement for Track 13 on Brim Drive in the amount of $250 for project Bass Drive, Brim Drive, and Striped Drive, grade drain base and pave.
So moved.
Second.
46, approve right-of-way and/or easement agreement for Tract 18 on Moores Road in the amount of $3,300 for project Moores Road, grade drain base and pave.
So moved.
Second.
47, authorize acquisition of property and acceptance of right-of-way deeds and/or easements from the property owners for projects as follows.
So moved.
Second.
48, authorize advertising and receiving bids for project Andrew Road, Henry Andrew Road, Frank Taylor Road, and Cedar Creek Baptist Church Road, grade drain base and pave.
So moved.
Second.
Adopt resolution consenting to the annexation of portions of the public streets as follows, bounded by territories annexed by the city of Sims, Alabama, pursuant to city ordinances.
So moved.
Second.
50, award bid to Ozark Striping for project safety improvements to Celeste Road and Schillinger Road for their low bid in the amount of $286,438.51.
So moved.
Second.
51, commission announcements and/or comments.
I'd like to invite Erin Delaporte and her guests to the podium to say hello.
Aaron, how much would it cost the power company to move that power pole?
Commissioners, good morning. Thank you for allowing me to be here today. I wanted to introduce to you our new Division Vice President from Alabama Power, Mr. Mike Jordan. He is joining us from the External Affairs Department in what we call Southern Division, which is around the Montgomery area. So over the next few weeks, he will be transitioning, he and his family here. So again, thank you for allowing me to introduce him today.
Commissioners, thank you for the warm welcome. I'm week 2 on the job, so I've had a pleasure of being here most of last week, and the community has been extraordinarily hospitable to me and my family, so I want to thank you for that. I'm looking forward to settling in, finding a house, and getting our family down here. My history in Alabama Powers, so I was based in Montgomery for 15 years prior. And my history has been working with county commissioners and county commissions across a 13-county area of Central and South Alabama. So I am very much looking forward to working with this commission, understanding your needs, how Alabama Power can be helpful in meeting those needs and resolving any constituent or customer concerns that you all may be aware of. So thank you so much for the opportunity. I look forward to working with you, and I look forward to getting your calls anytime there's a need. So thank you so much.
Thank you and welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome.
welcome to Mobile, and Aaron does a fantastic job for us. And the first time I met you, Michael, we talked about it upstairs. You were with Sonny, and I'll try not to hold that against you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Dewitt, you have any?
I've said enough.
52, approve request for motion to adjourn until August 25th.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Have a great week. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Come on, make it sound.